Hello friends, welcome to Vaibhava English Academy. Today let us look at Gitanjali Song number 24. Coming to the poem. This is a very short and simple poem. It consists of only 2 lines and which has deeper meanings. If the day is done, if birds sing no more, if the winds has flagged tired, and then draw the veil of darkness thick upon me, even as thou hast wrapped the earth with a coverlet of sleep, and tenderly close the petals of the drooping lotus at dusk. From the traveller whose sack of provisions is empty before the voyage is ended, whose garment is torn and dust laden, whose strength is exhausted, remove shame and poverty, and renew his life like a flower under the cover of thy kindly night. Let us look at the meaning and critical analysis. The song is a prayer to God to lend him kindness. The poet wants God to save him from the toils of life. Just as God endows upon the tired earth the gift of sleep, the poet also compares God's love to nature closing the petals of drooping lotus at dusk. The poet wants to embrace death when the life's toil is done. The ending of life journey is symbolically represented by the day being over. Also, see, these are the symbols that Tagore is using. That is, a day is coming to an end, or the birds have stopped chirping. That means they have gone to rust, and winds have stopped blowing. So all these denote the ending. The life is nearing its end. The poet prays to God to save a man from poverty and shame. The poet also requests God to renew man's life just as at night tenderly helps flowers to bloom. We have often seen in our gardens that a bud, after a night, the bud blooms into a flower. After a night's sleep, the bud blooms into a flower. Just like that, Tagore wants God to, end or peacefully end his present life and give him another life which is full of energy and full of, love and positivity. Here, the poet compares in the second line. When we are talking about the second line, the poet compares troubled men to a traveler whose provisions are exhausted before the end of the journey. Just imagine how tragic. You're going for a journey and you have carried some provisions with you, uh, that will last till the journey, but then suddenly your provisions are over, so you are poor, you are facing poverty. And the poet also compares men to the travelers whose garments are torn and dust ridden. So what will happen? Those travelers are undergoing shame. So here in this poem, Tagore prays to God to save human beings from poverty and shame. So these are just symbolic things in life. You see, material poverty, that is there. So Tagore wants God to save human beings from material poverty as well, and also spiritual poverty and also shame. Tagore wants God to provide human beings with the fullest positivity. The poet pleads for God's kindness to save humans from poverty, shame, and greater pains of life. Thank you.